Welcome you in KK Java Tutorials. Uh, in this video tutorial, we are going to talk about my recent post in the KK Java Tutorials blog. So here, if you come to the KK Java Tutorials blog page, then here you can see recently I have posted how to write a Java program to basically perform addition of two matrices, right? So if you click on the read more, then you'll get all those details. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to write a Java program to basically perform addition of two matrices, right? So here I have written some detailed description. So when we talk about the addition of two matrices, so here you can see there are two matrices, matrix 1 and matrix 2. Yeah. So when we talk about the addition of matrices, then how basically you perform the addition? So basically this element in the matrix 1 is present at the 0, that is a row number is 0 and column is also 0. So means this element is present at the 0, 0 index, right? And again you have a second matrix which is available in the same index, right? 0, 0. So these two will have to add and you'll get the corresponding resultant matrix. So here 1 plus 2. Similarly, you will have to add 3 and 7 and you'll get 3 plus 7 in resultant matrix. And similarly 4 plus 1, right? And that you'll get the corresponding element in the resultant matrix. And that's the way basically similarly you have to perform addition of a second row and third row as well, right? So it's a pretty straightforward. Now thing is that we have to write a Java program to perform this addition, right? So let's see how we can write a Java program for the same. Yeah, so here I have Eclipse and this Java code already I have written, right? And that already I have posted on this blog page. But let's have a look into this Eclipse what I have written offline. So logic is pretty straightforward, right? So here basically if you look into the this Java code, so basically in beginning I have declared number of rows and number of columns in each in the matrix, right? So I have declared two variable that is not initialized yet. Yeah, now I'm using the scanner to take input from the keyboard. So how many number of rows and columns are there in the matrices, right? So first of all, I'm asking the user to enter the number of rows in the matrix, and that I am storing in the number of rows variable, which is basically declared over here. Similarly, I'm asking the user to enter the number of columns in the matrix, right? And that I am storing the number of columns variable. Now here you can see I have instantiated two array with these two input, number of rows and number of columns. So matrix 1 and matrix 2 basically. And finally I have instantiated a third array which is basically resultant matrix. So addition of these two matrix I'm going to store in this array. So basically this all three arrays double dimensional array, right? Now here I'm asking the user to enter elements of the first matrix, right? And that this is the for loop basically doing that. So just we have a for loop, nested for loop, and first for loop basically iterating the number of rows times, and second row basically iterating number of columns times. And basically in this first matrix we are just taking the input, right? And this first matrix we are displaying over here. So here I have done some kind of formatting so that this will look like a matrix on the Eclipse console. Now I'm asking the user to enter elements for the second matrix, and same we are storing in this array, matrix 2 array, right? And matrix 2 we are displaying over here similarly. Now we have a addition logic for two matrices. So basically we are iterating both the matrices, and basically just we are adding element for the corresponding indexes, right? That's what we have discussed on the basically KK Java Tutorials blog, right? So this is the basically logic to perform addition of two matrices, right? And finally we are just displaying this resultant matrix we are displaying over here. So let's run this program, and if I run this application, right? So here first of all we need to enter the number of rows in the matrix. So let's say number of rows is 2 and number of columns we are taking 3. Yeah, so now we have to enter elements in the first matrix, right? So let's say 2 3 something like that. So this is our first matrix, right? Now we are entering elements in the second matrix, right? And here we have a resultant matrix. So if you look into the matrix first, which is having the 2 rows and 3 columns, again second matrix having 2 rows and 3 columns, and if you look into the addition, 2 plus 6 you have 8, 4 plus 7 11, right? Similarly 3 plus 6 9, 5 plus 8 13, right? 4 plus 7 11, and 6 plus 8 14. So we are getting the resultant matrix. So we have added these two matrix and we got the resultant matrix. So here this program is basically written in such a way you can take any number of rows and any number of columns. So let's say now we are performing addition for the square matrix, means number of columns and number of rows are same. So number of rows I am taking 3 and number of column also I am taking 3. So now I am entering values for matrix 1. So this is our matrix first. Now we are entering element in the matrix 2, and here is the resultant, right? So this is basically called a square matrix. Number of rows and number of columns are same, right? If number of rows and number of columns are same, then that is called a square matrix. If number of rows and number of columns are different, then that is called kind of rectangular matrix. And here you can see 12 plus 5 17, 5 plus 7 12, 6 plus 8 14. So you can see, so this program is basically working for the any kind of matrix, right? So I hope you enjoy learning this video. If you want to get the source code, then if you go to the JavaTutorials blog, then here you'll get all those details over here, right? Here you can copy the program and paste in the Eclipse and try to run. You can do some modification as well, right? So if you have any queries or any question or any suggestion related to this video, then you can post the comment below to the video, and if you want you can post a comment or any suggestion in the blog page as well. So here you have a comment box, here you can post the comments as well. So guys, big thank you for watching this video and see you there in the next video tutorial.